Today is day one of the Intuition Building Challenge. Don't force it. So let me tell you a story. I used to walk into rooms, parties, places that I would go, and I would say the meanest things to myself. Oh my God, your hair doesn't look good. Oh, you don't look as cute as that other person over there. Oh my God, wait, what if that person comes to talk to me? There's all this chatter going on in my mind that wasn't very nice. And people would say to me, Samira, well, what do you mean by whatever it is? I would come across to people as very negative. And I didn't think I was a negative person, but I was super negative to myself. So that inner critic, that itty bitty shitty committee, or the inner mean girl, whatever you call that voice, was the most critical of me, not everybody else. So I saw myself as negative and not so good, which meant I saw the entire world as not so good and maybe not as positive as I should have. One day I picked up a book and it asked me to give myself permission to do things. I had no idea what that meant. So one day I decided to give myself permission to question the inner mean girl, to question what she was saying, to question that negativity. So for instance, I would walk into a job interview and I would say, I'm not gonna get this. I'm sucking. I'm horrible. I look at these other people around me. They're so much better than me. Oh my God. What am I going to do? I don't deserve this job. I'm not enough. So I gave myself permission to question those statements. What do those statements actually mean? Who is saying that? And is that person right? That voice? Is she right? And I started to question what this inner mean girl was saying. And I realized this is just my stuff. This is my crap bubbling up to the surface. What I learned is this is my ego talking. My ego is saying all these things to keep me safe and protect me. And I get that. The ego is this wonderful protective safety factor that wants to keep you away from danger. So it's going to do things to keep you in a comfortable place. Everything in life is about getting out of your comfort zone and doing things out of that safe place. So this ego gets all freaked out and says, oh my God, I'm getting out of my safe place. So the ego says all these mean things to make you go back into that safety, to go back into that calm place where you're never going to grow and you're never going to change. You're going to stay in that safety forever. So I don't want you to say mean things about your ego. Your ego has reasons. So God forbid if something happens like a car accident or something or someone steals your purse or something bad happens, the ego is going to get your adrenaline pumping and do things to protect yourself from danger, from whatever the situation is. So the ego has a very good reason for doing what it's doing. I want to today give you permission to question that inner critic. Whatever he or she is saying, is that really the truth? Is that exactly what's going on? So today in day one, we talk about not forcing it. When I first started to think about my intuition, I'd say, okay, come on, intuition, what do you have to say? What do you have to say? And when I would force it, all I heard was the voice of the ego. And my ego was saying, not so nice things. So I started to think, my intuition isn't very nice to me. Oh my God, is this my intuition? My inner voice is mean to me too. Oh my God, I really am not enough. Oh my God, I'm not worthy. My intuition is saying all these mean things. That's not your intuition, okay? So today, give yourself permission to question that critic, that voice inside of you. And I want you to ask yourself, is this my ego talking? If you look at today's email or blog post, what you will see is different ways of knowing what your intuition says and what it feels like. Look at those 6 different points. The ego is soft. The ego is subtle. The ego is loving. Those characteristics are not something that the ego has, okay? So think about this. Give yourself permission to question that voice. Who's talking? If you have that sense of inner ease and calm, it's probably your intuition. If you're freaking out and you're tensing up and you're feeling really worried, that's not going to be your intuition. Today, I want you to not force it. Let go of the attachment of forcing your intuition to come right now. Let that go. And let's see how things go once you stop forcing it. If you have questions, comment below. I'd love to hear from you. All right, I will see you on day 2.